watch the sun go down over the same old town like so many times before.
Morning, we have come up to Glasgow, Scotland for cop26. I've come with Mike. Are you feeling optimistic?
Not really, no, but we'll have to wait and see what happens on Friday, I guess.
Yeah, neither am I particularly, but it's a great experience to be here. Let's see what it's got to offer.
Is Port Springburn. The next stop is Westerton.
What's that got to do with the climate?
Honestly, I've absolutely no idea.
So what brings you guys to COP?
So we are researching sustainable construction materials.
I'm with Women Engaged for a Common Future.
The Rubber Fruit Project.
Cultural heritage.
We work with businesses to help them understand how climate change will impact them.
Glass Futures, which is my organisation, is maximising the opportunity to meet the world's major brands. We have Diageo and Heineken here demonstrating that glass bottles can be manufactured with the carbon footprint reduced by 90%.
We were very disappointed with the Green Zone overall, which felt more of a platform for smaller businesses to advertise their small projects, rather than the larger companies to show the world what significant progress they were making. On day 2, we headed out to the Blue Zone gates, where all the politicians and delegates entered. We started to interview protesters and realised fairly quickly that there was a large proportion of older people who had come out to have their say.
We are Grandfathers Climate Campaign in Norway. It's a quite big organization with 5,000–6,000 members. And what we're thinking about, we are the generation that had benefit of the oil, the Norwegian oil. So it's our responsibility to stop it. And the Norwegian government are not willing to stop searching for more oil.
I've been a member of Extinction Rebellion for about 2 years. I joined because although I felt I was doing all the right things as an individual, it wasn't enough. We have to protest, we have to let people know, we have to let the governments know that what they're doing is just not good enough. It's not good enough for the global south, it's certainly not good enough for young people like you. I'm absolutely filled with, rage, grief, anxiety about it, and it makes me feel better if I get on the streets and try and make a noise.
For especially the Norwegians, the question is to stop searching for more oil and gas. That's a big. Norway is, if we take into the account what's the effect of the oil and gas we export, then we are the 4th most polluting people in the world per capita.
From a man protesting against raw sewage dumping in his swimming trunks, to a 71-year-old lady who cycled all the way from her home in Sweden over 2,000 kilometres away, there were as many passionate older people who came to Glasgow to accept that they were the ones who benefited the most from fossil fuels, but also to support the younger generations and come together and make some noise outside of the cop26 gates.
We've got to make a noise because this is the 26th COP. 25 COPs have failed to reduce the CO2 in the atmosphere. In fact, the CO2 emissions have just gone up and up and up, and yet they still want us to produce more new fossil fuel infrastructure like the Cambo oil field and various other places. And, well, I think we just have to take a stand. That's why I'm here. Just be brave. think about the future of humanity. Think about what you want your legacy to be. And I feel very strongly you do what you can. You do what you can in your own personal life because it makes you feel better, A, and B, you know you're making a tiny contribution. But making individuals feel that they're somehow responsible for making it better, I think has got a real problem. They're scaring people with this idea that, that everything will be more expensive or they won't be able to afford an electric car and all that jazz. But actually, if government treated the climate crisis like it did the COVID pandemic, like a real crisis, they'd be able to do it.
Do you think some people in your generation and older people are quite selfish then, in that they don't want to fix the climate for my generation and younger people?
Yes, I think so. But in the perspective of grandparents, we care for our grandchildren, and that's a special perspective. That's it's not our lifetime. We will not suffer, but they will suffer. So I think that responsibility to be a grandfather and grandmother.
Time's running out, as Antonio Guterres, the UN Secretary General, has said. We're staring into the abyss, is what he actually said, and it just frightens the life out of me. And I feel I just want to apologise to you as young people. Our generation has made such a mess of it. We should have been doing this decades ago.